Want to know how, after all the failures, I finally nailed it? Stick around and I'll walk you through the journey. Hey, it's Patrick here. Today I'm sharing with you something I thought about for a long time. The story how I got my first bar muscle up. It was an easy road and it changed everything in my trainings, from how I approach workouts to my mindset. And I know how hard it is to find time for trainings, especially with your busy 9 to 5 schedule. But trust me, if I made it work, so can you. So if you've ever struggled with tough goal, this one's for you. Okay, so now I'm gonna present you some of my first attempts. As you can see here that when I was trying to turn myself around the bar, my body ended up too low, so each attempt is failed. What's more, it led to frustration, especially after a finished workout. But the most surprising here is that my strength wasn't the only limiting factor. My timing, technique, and my approach were the missing pieces. My coach helped me see that my shoulder mobility and arch position were solid, which gave me something to build on. Once again, you can see my give up face and coach's reaction to that. The key was learning to use my shoulder mobility effectively, keeping the arch strong, and generating power through my legs. Instead of focusing on the full bar muscle up right away, coach showed me how to break it down into manageable steps, starting from the basics, my form, my technique, and engaging the core. Slowly, I began to realize the importance of coordination and timing, which made all the difference. As you see, the progress wasn't fast. At times, I felt stuck. But I had one thing that kept me going, the determination to improve. Even when it seemed like things weren't progressing, I deeply believed that every session brought me closer to mastering this movement. It took me around 3 months to do my first bar muscle up on my own. I was frustrated trying over and over again. I felt like I was letting my coach down. But on that day, I tried one more time. Tense, full of frustration, I generated a huge amount of power, starting from the first contact of my palms with the bar. After hitting the arch, I channeled all of my frustration into a powerful strike on the bar. Next thing I remember, I was above the bar and my coach was screaming, "You did it!" I couldn't believe what just happened. It felt so surreal, but it wasn't just about the movement itself. It was everything that led up to it. My effort, the small victories, and of course the unwavering faith of my coach. When I finally hit that first bar muscle up, I realized that the journey was as important as the destination. All those failures, all those frustrating attempts, they were necessary for me to truly understand the process. Without them, I haven't gotten here. It wasn't just about pulling myself up. It was about learning how to move my body as one, how to trust my techniques, and how to keep pushing no matter how many times I failed. So what's next? That first bar muscle up, it wasn't the end. It was just the beginning. After hitting that first rep, I knew I had to keep improving. I want to perfect the movement, getting more reps in one try, and polish my technique. I have to push myself even further. After some time, I started feeling my body through the full range, and every small improvement made me realize how much potential I had left to unlock. So here's how I approach bar muscle ups now. I know that first of all, I need to prepare myself before. I make sure to warm up my shoulders properly. That's crucial because the shoulders are the foundation of the whole movement. I start with some basic shoulder mobility drills. I attach the pipe to the resistance band and simulate the pressure on the bar during the movement. It helps me feel the right engagement in my shoulders, and it's something I can repeat over and over before I even touch the bar. Then I focus on the first phase of the movement, the arch. I try to get that position just right. The arch is critical because it sets the stage for everything that comes after. Once I've nailed the arch, I start working on moving from there, pushing my hips towards the bar and feeling that stretch. Getting the movement from the arch to the hips is something I have to focus on, because if you rush that part, you won't get the proper drive for the drill around the bar. Only after that, I move into the actual bar muscle up. I know, not every attempt is going to end in success, and that's okay. Some tries fail, but every time I feel like I'm getting a little closer. That's the whole process, and that's how I approach it now. No rush, just constant work on the fundamentals, and eventually I know the results will follow. Looking back, the biggest lesson I've learned is that the growth comes from embracing the entire journey, the frustration, the failures, and celebrations of every small win. Every step was important, and every struggle had its purpose. And that's the lesson I want to share with you, whether you are on your own journey. Trust the process, believe in yourself, and keep moving forward. Success won't happen overnight, but with persistence, it definitely will come. My bar muscle up success reminded me how often I doubt myself, but also how many incredible things I've achieved in life. Things that once seemed impossible. I realized that I should believe in myself more. So, to sum it all up, hitting that first bar muscle up was just the beginning. It wasn't just about the movement, but everything that led up to it. It showed me that the journey is as important as the destination, and sometimes we have to go through all of the struggles to really understand the process. If there's one thing I want you to take away, it's this. No matter how tough the journey gets, keep moving forward. Every small victory counts, and eventually all the pieces will fall into place. You've got what it takes. Trust yourself, trust the process, and keep pushing. Remember, success is a journey, not a destination. What's the one goal that's been frustrating you lately? Share your story below, and let's talk about how we can push through together. Whether you're struggling with a new movement, hitting a plateau, or dealing with self-doubt, let's support each other on this journey. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumb up and hit on that subscribe button for more content on fitness, mindset, and overcoming challenges. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on future videos. Keep going, your journey is just as important as the destination.